Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jared, and today I'm going to be giving my honest opinion on the England Euros 2020-2021 squad before the tournament. We've just had the final warm-up game against Romania. It's a 1-0 victory for England. Marcus Rashford scored a penalty, Jordan Henderson missing a penalty. Now, before we go into this, these are my opinions. Right, I've just got a list of the players up over here, looking at myself in the viewfinder here. So yeah. So starting off, we'll go with the goalkeeper. Now the one who I expect to start in the game is Jordan Pickford. So he's a good goalkeeper. He's not world class, obviously. I don't think he's one of the best goalkeepers in world football. He is good though, and I think he's gonna be an important player for us this tournament, sorry, at Euro 2020. He's good with the ball at his feet, his distribution's the best that England have, and he's not a bad shot stopper, to be honest. And who can forget his World Cup 2018 heroics in the quarter-final against Colombia, or was that semi-final? Not semi-final. Was that the round 16? I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But your penalty shootout hero there. If we go to a penalty shootout, he does like one. So I'd be confident with him in between the sticks. Obviously Liverpool fans hate him, but I think he's a good goalkeeper, so I think he should probably start in goal for us. Moving on now to Dean Henderson, who's a quality young goalkeeper. In no way do I think he should be playing in the Euros. He's there to mainly get the experience, I think, behind Pickford. Another one who's okay with his feet. He's a good shot stopper, but he hasn't had a great season. He hasn't had a long run of games really. So I don't see how Southgate could warrant starting him over Pickford, who's been proven as an England goalkeeper. So yeah, I do agree that Dean Henderson should be in the squad, but I don't think he'll be anywhere near the team, at least not right away. If we qualify from the group with the game there, then yeah, rotate him in, I think. And that moves on to the third choice goalkeeper, Sam Johnson. Obviously he had a rough time at West Brom, let's be honest, but that wasn't really down to him. It was just the fact that West Brom aren't a great team. He didn't make any errors leading to goals conceded in the league this season, which can't be said for all goalkeepers, obviously. So he's not a bad player by any stretch of the imagination. He deserves to be in the squad, but I think third choice is probably about right for him. He could maybe be second choice, just depends how Southgate views them. Personally, I'd go for Dean Henderson, try and get him a bit more experience in the bigger international competitions, so that in the future he'll be ready to be the number one when the time is right. So that's the three goalkeepers wrapped up, so we'll move on to the defenders, starting with the right backs. So obviously Trent Alexander-Arnold been ruled out via injury. He got injured against Austria in the warm-up game, so he's been removed from the 26-man squad. Ben White's come in to replace him, which I actually don't mind, but we'll get on to him later. We'll start off the defenders with Kyle Walker. Now he's been a great little performer for Man City this season. He's a solid right back. You know what to expect from him. He can be a bit rash at times. He's not always perfect, but I think in terms of big game players, he always puts in a solid performance. Even though Man City lost in the Champions League final, that hurts my heart. He had a good game there. He proved that he hoped for the big occasion, and personally, should he start at right back? Yeah, between him and Reece James for me. but we'll get to him later. So we'll go on to Kieran Trippier. Now, he's next on my list here. And he's been alright. I can't say I've watched a lot of La Liga this season, because I haven't. I know he did win La Liga at Atletico, and he's been a good player for them. He's the Walker and Reece James. I'm not convinced. He's good at free kicks. He's living off that free kick from Russia 2018. That's a great goal, by the way. Highlight of a lot of English fans' life right there. In that summer, we thought maybe it's the time, but it wasn't to be. But maybe Euro 2020, I think Trippier, he can play left back as well. So he's a versatile player. Just like Kyle Walker plays centre back. So we don't really know. But yeah, I think Trippier probably back up, right back or left back. It depends who else is playing. So we'll go next for Harry Maguire. Now Harry Maguire is a complicated one, because on his day he's a brilliant defender. Absolutely brilliant. He's definitely Manchester United's best defender. They look a completely different team when he's not playing. They concede far more chances and goals. Obviously very powerful in the air, great aerial ability, and if we're planning to use set pieces just as we did in Russia, he would definitely be a weapon from those. But he has got that injury that he's still shaking off. Will he be ready for the Euros fully? I don't think so. I don't think he'll start, especially not the first game. If we go deep into the competition, maybe he can come in. But I can't see him starting, especially given the other players that we've got in the squad. And one of those, the one that definitely must start for me at centre back in Euro 2020, John Stones. His career has been revitalised this season at Manchester City. Everyone thought maybe he was on his way out, but he fought for his place and he earned it back, right? Alongside Ruben Dias, best centre-back partnership in the league this season by a country mile, maybe even in Europe. They were absolutely incredible. You have to look at the second leg against PSG. Ruben Dias and John Stones. That was beautiful. Semi-final of the Champions League. Obviously, there is the tendency that he might overcomplicate it, but I think those mistakes are in the past now. I think even if he did make one, it wouldn't get to him as much as it used to. I think he's a very solid player and deserving of a spot in the starting 11 easily. Next up on this list, I've got Luke Shaw. Now Luke Shaw, he had a very good season at Manchester United, and I think he's probably the first choice left back for Southgate at the Euros. I definitely probably would pick him over Chilwell, but it's a toss-up between Chilwell and Shaw. But I rate Shaw. He's been very good this season. Can he continue it with England? I would imagine so. I really would, and I'd like to see it happen. So yeah, Luke Shaw, he's good. Then yeah, moving on now. Reece James. Not Reece James. Ben Chilwell and Reece James next, if I can read. Ben Chilwell. He's been in and out of Chelsea's lineup since Tuchel's arrival. Thomas Tuchel obviously put Marcus Alonso ahead of him, which was a bit confusing, I'm not gonna lie. But Chilwell, I do believe, is a solid player, and he'll probably be a backup left back to Luke Shaw. Yeah, solid player. Next up on this list is Reece James. Now, I really rate Reece James. I do think he's England's best right back overall. I think he's very balanced in attack and defence, very fast. Obviously he can play centre back, he can play right back, he can play in centre mid if you needed him to. And he's very versatile, which might mean he starts on the bench, but I probably start him at right back, like genuinely. I think he's definitely ready for the big occasion. Definitely ready for Euro 2020. With it being put back a year as well, he's a player that's definitely benefited from that, giving him more first team football at Chelsea, obviously winning a Champions League. Yeah, I think he's probably the one that I'd start at right back. Over Walker, over Trippier. It obviously depends on formation Southgate plays, looking in for a 5 at the back or a 4 or a 3 or whatever. Yeah, I don't really know. Next up on here is Tyrone Mings. Now, I really do not rate Tyrone Mings at all. I do not think he should get anywhere near the first team for England. He's a bit too over the top with his challenges. Like in the one against Austria, he literally elbowed the player in the penalty area. How that wasn't given a penalty was very fortunate for England in that game. But and Henry White and one has been solid for Villa, but I wouldn't play him. I think he's probably the worst player in the squad. But that's obviously not taking anything away from him. He's a very good player, deserving to be there, but not getting anywhere near my starting 11. Next up, Connor Cody. Now he is a very good leader from the back. So say we don't have Harry Maguire, Connor Cody would be perfect for that. He could come in, he'd be the voice of the centre of the defence, the voice of the team. Very vocal, and he's a solid defender. He'll put his body on the line at all times. You know he will, and he deserves this. So if Maguire's not fit, I'd maybe put him in the back four with John Stones. Maybe? Yeah, I probably would. Now we're moving on to the midfielders. We've gone through the defenders. Oh no, we haven't. We've got Ben White still missing. He's obviously the latest inclusion. I think he deserves it over Ward-Prowse. I know that's probably controversial. People thought Ward-Prowse deserved to go in, but personally I would have picked Ben White because he can play centre mid, CDM. He can play right back, left back, centre back. He can play anywhere in the defensive zones, really, and he's not afraid to go forward with the ball. So for that reason, I think he's a great threat, and he's a good versatile option off the bench for Southgate, as I don't think he was ever going to start. So now we are actually moving on to the midfielders, and starting off with one Jude Bellingham. Now Bellingham, 17 years old at the moment, at the time of speaking. That is younger than me, and I don't like that. That makes me feel very old. Right, but obviously all respect with Bellingham, like he's been absolutely superb for Dortmund this year. He obviously had a very good game against Man City in the Champions League quarter-final, scoring a goal in the second leg, being robbed of one in the first leg. And he's got it in him. Like he doesn't seem phased by the big occasion, no matter what. So I could see him definitely starting in this. I think he's good value for this place in the squad. But yeah, I think Bellingham probably deserving of the place. They probably in this side of. Next up, Jordan Henderson, and this is a weird one, because I can see why Southgate put him in the squad, but he's definitely not fit enough to play any games. It doesn't make. I can see why, but I don't get it personally. I wouldn't have taken Henderson, not with him being injured. I think Ward-Prowse probably should have gone over Jordan Henderson with him not being fully fit. Just my thoughts on it, really. He's a good leader though, and that's why he hasn't been picked to go. But yeah, I'd have picked Ward-Prowse probably. I think he's very unlucky not to have gotten in. And now we come to Mason Mount, called Lampard's favourite, called Southgate's favourite in the past, and honestly, I think he's just proved that now. He is absolutely superb as a footballer, and I think he should definitely be starting. I don't think there's any question over that. It should be Mason Mount starting for England. Undoubtedly. Yeah, brilliant player. But yeah, just move on from that. Obviously won the Champions League. Move on from him. Doesn't need to say much more. Brilliant. Calvin Phillips. I don't get it. I really don't. He's been good for me, but I think he's average compared to the players that we've got at England. I really do. I don't rate Calvin Phillips as highly as maybe I should. I can't say I watch too many league games. I like to watch as much variety as I can, but from what I've seen, he's been an average holding midfielder in the league this season. And I mean, the next player on this list, Declan Rice, is definitely better, and I think Declan Rice will definitely start. So, yeah, Declan Rice will start for me. I think he's been brilliant with West Ham, guiding them towards the European spots. And they've got Europa League football, which for West Ham, wow. Wow. Especially considering last season, we were near the relegation zone. Yeah. Declan Rice. Definitely worth to be there. Now the players that are classed as attackers are up next. And the backup striker is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And I don't know if this is controversial, as I think Patrick Bamford had a better year. But, in my opinion, I think Calvert was the right player to pick for an international tournament. Just because I believe we'll probably focus on set play a lot more. And obviously Calvert-Lewin with his insane jumping reach, his insane height, his aerial ability in general is incredible. His pace and his natural ability to score, I think, suits England quite well, especially for an international tournament like this. So yeah, I think Calvert-Lewin, definitely the right choice for backup striker. Just a quick drink. Before we get on to my favourite player in the England squad, Phil Foden. I'm a Man City fan, so I am obviously biased. He's been incredible, and yeah, I just love the way he gets on the ball and dribbles past players. He's not afraid to make a mistake. He doesn't bother him. He'll just keep doing, and I think he's definitely got a bright future ahead of him, and he could be the key player for England this international tournament. I think there are three in particular that have to start for England, and it makes much more attacking than we probably have done in the past, but I would definitely start him and Mount together. I think that is the dream. But yeah, we'll move on now to Jack Grealish, who's the third one that's the must start for me. It has to be Grealish, Mount and Foden. They have to all play together. The link-up play. It's just something that you just want to see. But yeah, Grealish, never in doubt for me to get into the Euros. It's been unbelievable for Villa this season. Absolutely unbelievable. He did get that injury, but he's been alright. He's been fine. And it looks like he'll probably be playing. And I think he's definitely a game changer. And yeah, good value for his place in that one. And of course, up next, Harry Kane, the captain of England. He's gonna have a good tournament. Got most goals and the most assists in the Premier League this season. So, can he do it for England? I'd like to think so. I think if he got the right service, he'd be deadly, and he could be key for if England are to go far in the tournament this Euros. Next up, Marcus Rashford. Obviously a brilliant human being. Can't say I like him as a footballer, plays for Man United, but I can put that aside and say he is a great player. I think he's slightly overrated by the English fan, but he's good in big occasions, and he could be big off the bench for England. As could Bukayo Saka, who's forced his way into the England squad, despite playing for a very mediocre Arsenal side. But of course, he's better impressed this tournament because likelihood is it's the last in European football that he'll have for at least a year. Maybe longer. Let's just look at Arsenal, like they're just not very good at it. But yeah, Bukayo Saka, I think, good option off the bench. Jadon Sancho has been, he's brilliant, right? He's a good young player. I get the hype, I really do. But is he overrated? Probably a bit, in my opinion. I don't think he's better than Foden, I don't think he's better than Grealish, and I don't think he's better than Mount. Who can play in similar positions. And I think you put him on the bench. That's the way I see it. Moving on quite quickly. The last player here, Raheem Sterling. He hasn't had a great season, right? But we know the quality that Raheem Sterling possesses. He's one of England's best players on his day, right? And I do believe that if he gets going for England, it'll be incredible, right? He hasn't had a great season. I don't think he'll start. But yeah, I think he deserves to be in the squad. So that is my opinion on the 11, not 11, the squad. And now I'm going to get on to naming my first 11 that I think should start. And I'm going to go for a 4-3-3. Which might be a bit controversial, but yeah, a 4-3-3 is what I'm going for. I don't think Southgate will go for that. I think he'll probably go for the 5 or the 3 at the back. It depends on how attacking he wants us to be. But yeah, I'll opt for a 4-3-3 here. In goal, John Pickford. Right back, Reece James. Then the centre backs, I'm going to go John Stones and Connor Cody, with Luke Shaw at left back. Then in midfield, Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham and Mason Mount, with Grealish on the left wing, Foden on the right wing, and Harry Kane up front. Now that does wrap up this video. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please be sure to leave a like, it really does help. Leave a comment, it shows I'll try and reply to as many as I can. Give me your thoughts on this one, how you think we'll do, and yeah. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss another video, because there'll be more Euros content coming over the course of the summer. Football is coming home. Let's go England. I'll see you. Goodbye.